Good evening, board. Try and do this quickly and go through all the projects wherever. People always ask you, what is your job and role, projects at different times. And today I was asked that question and an idea popped in my head. You know those commercials where the guy cuts the big hole in the boat and gets that flex tape and goes by? That's kind of the way I feel when we're in this construction. I got Robert trying to find all the flex tape we can find right now. It's on everything. But let's go through where you are. I'll start with package C and where we're going. Right now at Choice High School, the roof is about 90% done. We have some work to do on some technicalities on the roof. But to complete that, the ramp is in out front. The vestibule is constructed. However, we don't have any doors, and everything else is going fairly well. Evergreen, portables are in, bathrooms are being put in, the canopy is going to be completed very close to the opening of the school. The vestibule is done, but we don't have any doors. We go forward to Bordeaux. The canopies are getting pretty close to being done. The asphalt is in, the ramps are going in. The vestibule is done, but we don't have any doors. That sounds ominous. However, our contractor, because he is also working up at Olympia School District, says, I'm doing renovation and I got all kinds of doors that just happen to fit in these frames. So we have borrowed doors from Olympia School District to put on so we can open the school on time, while the other doors, which are delayed being sent with all the electronic locks until they get here, then they'll be swapped out. So it's kind of feel like that flex tape, we got to go finally. So we were able to get enough doors so that we'll have the vestibules closed. They just won't be electronic yet until we get the new doors in. So Bordeaux should be everything done with the exception of gutters and painting. We'll finish it after school. There may be a little work at Evergreen, again, gutters and a few things going on after school starts, but we should have the access, we should have kids out of the rain and everything the way we had planned. So package C looks very good at this time of being done, or 98.5% done by the time school opens. If we go up to Mountain View, those of you that have gone by, Mountain View is flying right now. The new school, probably 60% of the foundations are done, excavated and poured. If you went by today, you'll see some of the stem walls are up, which brings the from the foundation up to where the top of the floor is going to be. So they're moving incredibly fast. The annex, all the work inside the annex, the demo is done. Now we're ready to start building the new upward and out, which is to be done by December. The two portables for the pre-K are in. The bathrooms have been framed. The plumbing is in. I think the ramps are going in shortly. No, those are on grade. There's no ramps there, so don't have to worry about that. So those are moving along quite well because we have to put the pre-K in there when they come until December, when we can move them back in the annex. Mountain View, the other portables, we've moved. Remember, we took the two best portables from Mountain View and put them at the pre-K. We took the next two and we rented two more so that we have the four portables from Mountain View. Those have all been moved. Most of the ramps are in today. I didn't know if all of them were in, but I saw two. Yeah, the first two are in. I'm doing the asphalt will get in. So those are moving well, so that looks good for the start of school. We still have a lot of IT and things that have to go in. We had a meeting today with Sue, and we've coordinated all the things that we have to get done from the school side to make everything work come August 29th. So Mountain View is doing really well. To date, we haven't even had any change orders. So I don't even want to talk about the project because I don't want to jinx it. So we'll go on to Shelton and talk about that. The big job was trying to get the old Mondo floor out of the mini dome. That has been done. All the hazardous material has been removed. The gym has been cleaned. The air samples have been taken. The gym is now clear and open for business. We had the floor prep people come in today. We'll be working with them tomorrow on setting schedules. And once we get the floor prepped and level, then we'll call in the third contractor, which will come in and put in the new floor. And and we hope to have all of that done by the middle of September. Building 100, been kind of held up on things going there. We will have the student lounge, or not the student lounge, the faculty lounge and workroom done prior to school, so the teachers have a workroom, can get their mail, make copies, grab a cup of coffee, and, you know, I think the bathroom is open in there too, I'm not sure. Is it? Not yet. Well, there's always the trailers.
Just the staff lounge.
But the rest of that first half of the Building 100 should be completed by the middle of the third week of September, in which case then we'll move people into that portion of the building, and then we'll start working on the other half of Building 100, which will be done by Christmas. So that's pretty much where that one sits. The high school, the gym and the administration or the classroom building. If you look at the gym, today we poured footings on the perimeter. That is moving extremely well. Everything is going. We got in all the undergrounds. We had to take out a couple of trees to get some things in. Those are done and ground. So that's moving well. Foundation should start on classroom building next week if we can get the water line closed. Problem here is the fire marshal is making us make a change in some connections, which is stopping the work. And it's something that we have to do because the fire marshal is the only person in the earth that has just about as much power as God, and we just can't get around it. So
Is that the state fire marshal or local?
this is the local one. So other than that, I checked with the contractor on Friday. He believes that we are on schedule on the classroom building and the gym. I said, okay, does that mean we're ahead of schedule? Because when you say you're on schedule, he says, I'm never going to tell you we're ahead of schedule, but we are on schedule. So we're moving forward. So right now, everything is going the right direction. There are always some glitches, and we're working on those every day when they occur. And today, I think in your package, you've got last month's field reports and pictures and everything. Probably got a volume a lot like that sitting in your packets. And I think today you got an updated budget showing some of the changes that have been made and change orders that have occurred. And with that, that's just about where the status of the projects are. Shelton?